Hello, today I'm doing this video to help people that are having trouble bonding their sugar gliders. Now, don't let this video put you off. Frankie is 1 in a million. Most sugar gliders are absolutely fantastic and can be bonded really well. There's plenty of videos out there for bonding. People use different techniques. Some people put them in tents. There's loads of videos out there to help you to properly bond your gliders. This was an extreme case that I was left with no choice and just happened. So I was cleaning the cage out one day and me petition, you have to put some fleece on me petition to stop the gliders from getting at each other to each cage, and I didn't quite properly shut it, and I must have left the tiniest gap possible. And when I went into my gliders and I saw, what I saw was just horrific. Her tail had fell off. It was on, this white fluff was on the floor. He'd obviously chased around the cage, which he does do. Bit a tail and her tail fell off. And he also bit a cheek. And I was absolutely horrified. So Frank would fall out with all my latest gliders. He fell out with Crystal when I brought her home, and he attacked her and chased her all around the cage. And then he fell out with me latest two, Alaska and Ava. Only this time he got Ava. So my exotic vet was 1 hour away, which would have been an hour there, an hour back. And if she was staying an hour there, an hour back, that'd be 4 hours. So it would have meant the day spent there, not coming home. So I rung every vet that was anywhere near me, and I managed to find one that wasn't far. And it was a vet that I used to use years ago. When he said, yes, I do exotics. Oh, I couldn't believe it. I was like, yes. Anyway, and I could also bring her in straight away. So I took her up there, which I have got a video on that. And if I've got any pictures, I think I don't know if I've deleted them all yet. If I've got any pictures, I'll show you, but I'm not sure if I deleted them all. So he had to put her under anaesthetic. He had to draw all the pus from her cheek. He gave her an x-ray. She had to stay there all day, and it cost just under £150, which I thought was absolutely amazing for all the work they did, and she was there all day. When I brought her home, Frank was on his own. I did start to give her antibiotics, and for the first 2 or 3 days she happily took them from the syringe, and then after that she started to refuse, and the vet said to put a few drops in the water, which I did. And I was that busy concentrating on getting her better so that her face didn't blow up again and making sure that she was having her antibiotics. I completely forgot about Frank, and he was on his own. Now Frank is an unneutered male, but he gets on with older gliders. I mean, gets on with Crystal now, who he used to attack, but now she's older, she could go in that side, and she's fine now. He doesn't attack her, but now he just keeps attacking all the little babies, the younger ones. So took all the gliders out, and he's on his own. But usually when Frank's with all his mates, I would put the kitchen in, and he would jump out into the kitchen before I even got it on the cage. And now he's on his own. I'd put the kitchen in, and Frank was nowhere to be seen. So I'd look in the pouch, and he was there, and his little head would pop up, and I knew it was all right because the food had gone in the morning, but I never saw him. It was a completely different sugar glider. 3 weeks had gone by now, and she was starting to get better because that was my main priority at the time. I decided to do a cage clean, and I pulled the divider out, and I thought I was not prepared to even try bonding Frank ever again because I'd had enough. And anyway, this particular night I got everything done. I got a comfy chair and I lay there. I was armed with like a fleece, and I didn't have my mitt then, but I was like, got my fleece all ready for like grabbing. Anyway, Frank comes out first, don't he? Because I'd done my cage clean pretty late. Anyway, so Frank comes out first and he toddles along the cage. And I watched him and he went straight into the pouch. And I was thinking, right, get ready, get ready. Not a peep, nothing. I was expecting Ava jump out and I was all ready, nothing. He'd gone into him and just lay with him. And I was like, 3 weeks on your own and you're a changed glider. Well, I think Frank was suffering from depression. Looking back now, I think he had depression. You know, when you have depression, you don't feel like getting out of bed. And I think all he wanted to do was have some companionship. That's all he wanted. He didn't want fight. He didn't want to be on his own. And that's all he wanted. Yet again, another changed glider. Now he is back to his normal self, straight in there again, straight on the bars, straight for the treats. He is back to his normal self, but there's no fighting. They all live in harmony. They all love each other. I mean, it's really worked out well for me. But I do advise you to do proper bonding the proper way. This is extreme measures that I didn't have any choice to do. She had to heal. And I was out of options because I'd tried everything. I'd swapped pouches. You name it. There's nothing that I didn't try. Oh, there he is. The black one. That's Crystal. Crystal, who he gets along with now. And there are my white tails. There he is, Frank. So there's Frank. With the one's just gone back in the cage with the white tails. And there's her that's better now. But she's only got half a tail now. But he's back in with it. One's just gone back in the cage. Because he's thinking it's my bedtime, you're waking me up. You're waking me up.